Well,
know?
yeah, you're like 6'7". That's probably not a new feeling.
But it doesn't mean the confidence was there because I'm not like a fighting guy. Like ever since like back in the 90s, I always thought that like never fuck with an Asian person. I'd seen so many movies, dude. They all know that shit that you'll get kicked in the head. You can't do that.
If there's a ladder nearby, you're fucked.
Believed it. Yeah, I have literally believed it. But now I'm like, I'll beat up every Asian in this place.
I think my dad has the same thought process about Asians. My dad got in this argument at poker with this Asian guy, and they sort of stood up like they were going to fight, and the Asian guy took his shoes off. And my dad was like, "You ain't gonna kick me," and like picked up a stick. I was like, "You picked up a stick?" He was like, "That motherfucker wasn't about to kick me."
It is
that would be intimidating.
The Asian martial arts myth was like really smart of Asian people to be like, don't fuck with us because like we have magic fucking fighting powers, and we all believed it. And all Bruce Lee had to do was make like crazy noises with his mouth, and we're like, "Whoa! Did you hear what he just went like? Woo! Like he could do fucking anything now."
When you like move really fast.
I desperately wanted to see some Asian acrobat flip around in the and just see how that went. Right? I don't know, run on the sides or something.
Yeah, or like turn into a puff of smoke and appear behind the guy, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Right? Super Saiyan.
Did y'all also think that Asian women had like horizontal pussies for a while when you were a kid?
I didn't fall for that one, but I fell hook, line, and sinker for the all Asians know karate when I was like in grade school.
Everybody on my everybody on my baseball team when we were like maybe 8, 9. Thought that Asian women had horizontal pussies, and when you spread their legs, it got tighter. You know what I mean?
Whenever the Chinese kid walked past my lunch table, I'd kind of cover up the top of my Coke because I was worried he might pee in there.
Wait, that was not something I heard before.
Is that a stereotype?
Me Chinese, me no joke, me make pee in your Coke. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Oh no, I had a different one. We had a different one.
A cautionary tale.
Yeah, everyone knows that story.
It was. I don't want. It's hard to say without really being very racist, but it was. I'm Chinese. I'm not dumb. I stuck my finger in Daddy's bum. We're much gayer over here in Canada. Let me tell you that.
See, because that
if it rhymes, it can't be racist.
Intimidate me.
It's rhyming. It's fun.
I was like, oh, he's dead, dude. I think he's Chinese. Cover your Coke and cover your ass. Because of his thumb and his pee-pee, dude. Trust me.
They're pee-peeing in all the sodas.
But you know, in the 90s, though, actually, a lot of my Asian friends, like they leaned into the myth, the thing. Like they didn't ever correct anyone. They were like, dude, no one in my family. Instead, literally, you're doing that. But like, I had like Filipino friends, and they were all like doing it, and I'm like, shit, he knows fucking karate, dude. Look, he's Chinese. You know, I don't know. I'm like 9. You know,
the worst thing that happened to karate though was just like letting any like 4th grade white kid sign up for karate class. Like there needed to be trials and shit to keep it mystic or whatever. Like it was just like, yeah, I'm a yellow belt. And like,
yeah, you have your kid at home.
Dude. There's no way you're a yellow. Yeah, that's all it was.
Really they gave me a yellow belt on like my 3rd day. And I'm like, I've missed a day. It's like, there's no it's like I had fucking
what?
Like
and like ripped it off.
I had to miss day 3 of 4 for hockey practice. So I know I shouldn't be in line with these guys.
They wanted you to keep coming back though.
Of course, so I could break my balls.
The mystique of karate fell away when Sensei Randall was telling all the kids how to really deliver the justice.
For me, the mystique of it fell away when after karate practice, it was in a strip mall next to like a custom confectionery store, and my mom would buy us little cakes afterward. These like little like on sale cakes they had that were like maybe like 2 inches by 2 inches, and so that became more the driving factor. Where it was like, hell yeah, karate practice. That means I get a delicious little cake. Yeah,
karate cupcakes.
And I've said this before. I was maybe like 8. and I know I've said this before, but I was so intimidated going into my first karate class. And it's funny because I was a large 8-year-old and I like tried to like make my neck look stout. I remember that specifically, walking in being like, I need to look tough. I don't want to be targeted. I was thinking it was going to be like prison where they were going to notice me.
What'd you do? So like you popped your traps out when you walked in there at like 8 years old? You were like, what's up, dudes? Guys want to do some karate?
I think I did what I imagined looked like that, but it was probably just me like awkwardly like giving myself a triple chin. Like that's probably what it was. But yeah, it turns out I was like a king among those boys. They were all tiny, and there were girls in the class. As soon as I saw there were girls in the class, I'm like, this can't be that real.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah.
Man, when I played football, like I played football for like 15 years, and I was a linebacker. And one year we had a girl come and join the team when we were like 11. It was the first. There was one other girl like years before on another team, and we were just like, this is fucking crazy. But it was just hard to swallow when it's like 1997 and I'm 11 years old, and I was just like, oh, there's a girl on the team, and she played the same position as me. And no joke, listen,
linebacker
for a girl. She was big and strong and okay, and by far not the best on the team at all. And I won MVP defense that year, and so did she. And like,
how does that work?
It just,
and you guys didn't get married. What is this?
I got destroyed. It was like me getting MVP defense was like I got the girls award. Me and the girl won. And it was just fucked me up for like I had to, and now I look back on that and I'm like, oh, to every adult there, we're like, just like, shut up, it's a stupid trophy. We gave one to she played with you idiots, and it's pretty cool. She did. She went the whole time. Lots of kids quit football at like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. She was there the whole time. It's cold in Canada. She's at every practice. She did. Yeah, it's fucking cool. But when I'm a kid and I'm 11 and I win a trophy and the girl wins the trophy too, I was like humiliated up there. I'm up there holding a trophy next to a girl, and I'm like, I'm a gay woman now.
I did a hockey camp, like a goalie camp, when I was probably 12 over the summer in between seasons, and there was a girl who played in like a girls, like, because there wasn't any intermixing in hockey, ice hockey at least. And I just remember like, when I would line up to have to do a drill after her, in my head, it was like, you cannot let in more than she did. You cannot, because all your other goalie buddies are going to mock you ruthlessly. And she didn't suck. She wasn't bad. And so that was annoying.
Pressure where she has no pressure and you have all the pressure. That's actually hard. That's hard pressure.
I want to say there was a female goalie or two drafted in the NHL. None of them made the team, but they got drafted. Taylor, do you know about this?
I don't know if they ever got legit drafted. I know in the 90s, or maybe it was early 2000s, the Tampa Bay Lightning did an exhibition game and they let a girl play who was, I guess, a pro in whatever professional women's hockey league there was in the 90s. I don't know if she did well or not, but even then, like, if you're a hard-hitting, like, defenseman about to send in a slap shot and you know it's a girl, you probably do pull it a little bit. Like, you probably are like, I don't want to, if I hit this girl in the, God forbid, I hit this girl in the neck and she goes down, I'm the worst person of all time. Like, there's no one's going to take my side.
Yeah, that must be what I'm thinking of, because it was Tampa Bay.
We didn't have any girls in any of our
sports.
It was,
I think, a French lady.
In baseball, my dad would always pick the black kids because nobody else would pick them because they didn't have rides to practice. And then we'd drive around and pick them all up for the games.
Oh, dude. Like, so he was literally doing what the Bad News Bears guy did, where he has to stop in all like the poor income housing to get like the white trash kid who can pitch really well.
That's what we did. Like they would draft for Little League, and people knew that if you picked a black kid, he wouldn't have a way there. Like, they just wouldn't. None of them had dads. And my dad would be like, I got you, little man. Where you live? And we drive all around town, pick up 4 of these guys, and me and Octavius and Santavius and Montavius would hit the field.
Did he pick them up in the custom vans he made?
No, that was.
I choose to believe they're in like beds and stuff.
when I played football, we had
a pickup truck, like
watching television in the custom bed.
No, we're driving through town.
Pick up like a work crew. You're in the AC fucking cab.
They were happy to look. He'd buy those kids gloves and shit. Those kids didn't have anybody. But we won a lot of games.
This reminds me of when I was playing football. There was like 4 or 5. There was more than 4 or 5 black kids, but there was 4 or 5 black kids that were fucking good. And like every year, people threw in, and the park threw in, because football's not a cheap sport. You don't buy the equipment, but you do rent it. And it's not cheap. And people would throw in so that these 4 kids could play. And I just remember my mom and I we drove one home once. And I was going to his house, and when my mom dropped us off, it was like in a sick neighborhood, sick ass house. I came home the next day. I was like, yo, Eddie has a big screen TV. Yeah, he has a PlayStation. And my mom and dad were like, what the fuck? And then they're just like, well, yeah, they were just like, he had money. Just everyone was like, oh, we got to pay for the poor black kid.
Wow.
And obvious parents were like, yeah, of course, let them pay if they want to pay. You are the best on the team. But wow. Yeah, they just thought they were doing someone a favor, but really he was, yeah.
The bigotry of low expectations can be a benefit.
I was about to say, my God. and how little pride does that family have? It's like, oh yeah, pay for little Marcus's shit. I don't care.
I actually don't even think.